Yo, we are back again. Day number 3 of the BrewDog Advent Calendar unboxing. I'm going to get straight into rolling up this joint. And I think today we are going to be using the green apple juicy J's that I reviewed today in the Stoner Advent Calendar reviews. If you haven't checked that out yet, make sure to go and do that. It's on my channel right now. Get into this roach. Still going to be smoking on the 33 splitter. Hopefully, touch wood, fingers crossed tomorrow we might have something new to smoke on. No promises, but hopefully we will. Got our roach all ready to go. You can't see that. I don't know why I'm showing. I really need to get myself a light. Maybe I'm thinking in the January sales I might get myself a light so it doesn't always look like shit as soon as the sun goes down. Probably would be best for me to stream in the summer when I've still got the sun in front of me and not the light behind me, or just move around a little bit. That'd probably work as well, but you know, I'm probably not going to move my desk, so we're going to have to deal with some shitty lighting for a little bit. Of this 33 splitter, we've only got just a tiny little scrappy bits left, so I actually can't wait to get something new. I'm a little bit bored of it now. Still got 2 decent sized nugs of some white runts that I need to review. I just haven't got around to it. I've been super busy. And also a little bit of jelly breath that needs a review. I'm trying my best not to smoke that jelly breath because it's probably the favorite bit of smoke that I've had for a long time. But I can't get any more. My guy recently had some, I think it was Divine Jelly, but that sold out instantly. I've never tried it, but I think that might be it. From the sounds of it, it sounds like a strain that I would really enjoy. I can't even fucking speak. I have the jelly breath right now that I was just talking about, and that is amazing. That puts me to sleep. It makes my body feel so good. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It makes my limbs feel all floaty and stuff. It's great. So I'm trying to save just this tiny little nug that I've got left of it for a review and just to enjoy. So today, again, it's just the 33 splitter. What did I do with that roach? It's right in front of me. There we have the nice little bit of 33 splitter broken down. Get my roach all ready. And like I've said for the past couple of days, I can't do 2 things at once. I can't talk and roll, so I'm probably going to go a bit quiet now. But like I said just before, I'm going to smoke one of these green apple juicy J's just for the fun of it because they're right in front of me. I did review these today, the latest video that I uploaded. If you want to go check that out, not right now, but after the stream, that would be super appreciated as well. Leave a like, leave a comment. My throat is making all kinds of noises. I literally just ate, and now my throat just keeps gurgling like fuck. Get this all rolled up. I can tell already just by how I've put it in the paper. I don't know if anybody else does this, but like you just know whether your roll's going to be decent or not, and this is not going to be a good roll. The 33 split has not been bad to me. It's been pretty decent, but I'm ready for something else. I'm just kind of bored of it right now. Yo, Alex, what's going on, dude? And also, hello from the other room. It's like that Adele song, in it. Hello from the other side, but the room, you know. Oh, this is going to be terrible. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. I'll show it in just a second after it's done, but it looks like shit. I'm ashamed of it. The mic is covering your face. Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's there for a reason. It's strategically placed. You can't see my face anyway because it's dark, but like, yeah, that's the point. You're not supposed to see it. Right, here we go. It's nearly finished. I gotta go to the dispensary to get some bud. Finally got my medical card renewed. That's sick. What are you gonna get? Are you fully out, or do you have enough to smoke with us right now? I think you should smoke with us before you go, unless you're driving. Don't smoke and drive. Right. Here it is. Put this down before I drop it. This is the joint. Oh, I realized I didn't put the music on tonight. That's why it's so quiet. I'll do that just now, whilst I remember to do it. Where's my lighter? Right, this is the joint. Some 33 splitter. Cheers. I really need to refill all of my lighters because, like, none of them fucking work, and I'm sick of picking them up and having them not work. The ash on this is so bad. Like, honestly, look at that. It's terrible. And I'm still gonna smoke it. Okay, well, I tried to ash that in the ashtray, but it fell just directly onto my laptop, so we move, I guess. Haven't left yet, can definitely smoke with the homies. Hell yeah, bro. What are you smoking on today? Also, I'm interested in what you're gonna go pick up. Do you decide before you go? Is there like a menu or something that you look at, or do you just go in and just go go mad? Right. Cheers. I kind of wish that I'd smoked the white runts now. I know that I just rolled this up, but as soon as I sparked it and inhaled, I should have gone with the white runts. Oh well, it's still good. I will say these papers, the sweetness is nice, but it's just so thick. It does look dope though. Like, tell me that doesn't look sick. I like the look of these papers. I just think that they look cool. It's such a shame that they taste like shit and they don't burn great. They burn quite quickly as well. I didn't mention this in the video earlier, but I've just noticed it now that it's burning quite quickly. I think that these papers are good if you're not very good at rolling because they're thick and they don't slip between your fingers, but they will. Also, they don't really go out either. Like, they burn consistently all the way down. Grapefruit sour diesel and some GMO. I've never tried GMO. I really want to try GMO because I've heard very good things about it, but I've never seen it around here. I've never heard any, well, not never heard anybody in the UK smoking it, but I've never heard anybody around me. I've never seen it on a menu or, anything like that. So I don't think it's very popular around here. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'm going to get some Georgia apple pie if he's still got it. I was really mad yesterday when I looked at his menu and I saw that he'd sold out the blue raz and also the divine jelly. That's the one that I wanted the most. But now I want the Georgia apple pie. So if that's all gone by tomorrow, I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to end up getting, if that's all gone, it's going to be dog and lemon haze, which I'm not a snob. I don't really care. I'll smoke it. It's always a decent cut. But I wanted something nice to smoke over Christmas, and I refused to pay for the Cali packs at like between 80 and like 125 for a 3.5. It's ridiculous. I refuse to pay that. I just want something nice that's going to burn white and get me stoned, getting me feeling stoned in the way that I want to be. Like, I need a daytime and I need a nighttime. And as long as that works for me, I don't really care. But I do like getting interesting strain names and interesting flavors and stuff like that. But going back to what you were saying, Alex, I like to get anything that works that's on sale. That sounds like me. I'd probably do that if we had dispensaries over here. I would probably go for something premium on a special occasion, but throughout the year, you're probably most likely going to find me getting the cheaper stuff. We're already about halfway down the joint. That's how quickly these papers burn. The what did I have yesterday? The Blazy Susans that I was smoking yesterday for the video burned really, really slowly, and I should have rolled one of those up, but honestly, it'd take forever to stuff a cone like that. They're quite big, and I don't like stuffing, so I'd probably be talking and stuffing for about 20 minutes before it was actually full. But it's been 10 minutes. We got 5 people here. I'm going to get into the advent calendar because I want a beer right now. So, day number 3. It's behind me. Today, we don't have the BrewDog with us. He's not here today. He's been a little bit poorly. He's thrown up, so I'm not having him here in the live with me feeling sorry for himself. And poor babies getting pets and love in another room. So, let's just get into it. Put the joint down for just 1 second. Door number 3. Whilst I was moving it, I poked in the door by accident, so it's already a little bit open. I didn't see what it was though. It's really annoying that the calendar's like fallen down into itself. But today we've got one that I like, one that I've tried before, one that I've reviewed on my second channel, Shore Leave. Amber Ale. This one is different from the rest of the BrewDog designs because it doesn't have the thing down the side, and it doesn't say BrewDog on that side either. It's just got this sort of nautical. I think this is the sea, this is the sand, and these look like ropes. So I've already reviewed this, and I'm kind of stupid off that joint. Like, I haven't smoked in a couple of hours, so it's definitely getting to me. I'm going to crack this open, I'm going to pour it out, and we'll see what it's like. Always feel really weird doing this over my laptop, just in case it spills. I probably should not do that. Sometimes it pours well, sometimes it pours like this. You wouldn't think that I work in a pub sometimes, but I do. I'm the same way. I need daytime and nighttime. I have stomach issues, Tourette's syndrome, so smoke during the day for that and general anxiety, at night for my insomnia. I don't have Tourette's, but I do smoke for my anxiety during the day and insomnia at night. That fucking sucks. Insomnia, bro. Have you found a strain that works really well for you for insomnia? Because I've found a couple that are really good, but because it's not legal over here and people grow different things all the time and it's never really a consistent menu, there's only usually Stardog or Lemon Haze that's consistent. I think one of the better ones I've had for sleep was Kush Mint. I remember having that, and that was really nice. Made me feel great and put me to sleep. That's gone out. And another one that was great for sleep, one that I really, really liked. Couldn't smoke it during the day. It was one of those where usually I'll get hybrids and I can smoke them during the day and I can smoke them at night and still get the effects that I want. But the time that I got Blackberry Moonrock, if I smoked that during the day, I was going for a nap. The same thing happened to me with Rumps a while back. If I smoked that during the day, I was not doing shit. There was nothing to be done. And like that's the only two strains really that I found great for sleep. Like nothing else, not even for chilling. Like I couldn't even smoke and sit down and play a game or like watch a video or anything. I was out like a light. Jay also has Tourette's, yeah, but he doesn't have like the fun kind of Tourette's. He says ib. I'm not gonna say anything else because people might think I'm being a dick, and not. I'm not being a dick. I'm just taking the piss. Spoken to only one other person who served at work. She was sound. Mine's not severe. Don't usually tell people because it's not noticeable. It's not noticeable, to be fair. I mean, sometimes I notice it. I know that you don't care, but other people might get offended on your behalf, and that's not something that anybody needs. So, just not gonna joke about it. So back to the beer. I always do this. I think I spoke about this last night as well. I hate that these glasses don't fit the full 440 ml in because I just went to pick up this can thinking that it was empty, and there's still some in. I nearly fucking dropped it. So just a little pet peeve of mine. You could just give me a 440 ml glass, and if the 331 doesn't fill it, that's fine. At least I don't nearly knock everything over all the time. Definitely joke about my ticks and stuff all the time. Yeah, I get that, and I know people like wouldn't be offended if I made a joke because like you guys are but like my friend. That sounds really weird to say that like you're my friend. I've never met you. You're a dude on the internet, but like you chill and we talk very often, like pretty much a few times a week whenever I post videos and stuff. So I know you wouldn't get offended. And obviously Jay's not going to get offended because he lives with me and I speak to him every fucking day. But this is the internet. So somebody else might get offended. And obviously I don't have Tourette's. So it's not my place to take the piss out of it. That makes sense, right? Yeah, friends. That's what we are. Me and you, we're friends, right? Me and you are friends. The beer. I keep forgetting to do the beer because we're talking about Tourette's. Right, now that this is finally empty, it's all out there. We'll talk about it. Obviously, it's amber in colour because it's an amber ale. It looks dark orange on the camera, but it's not. It's kind of like it's not really carbonated, but it's got a bit of fizz to it. It tastes a little bit like bread in a way, which I'm sure they weren't going for, but it does taste a little bit like, "Oh, shit. I just put my phone on top of my joint, that's not good." My joint was in the ashtray, and I put my phone on top of why did I do that? That was fucking stupid. The beer, it tastes a little bit like bread. I guess it tastes a little bit malty, good amount of fizz, a little bit fruity, but not super, it's more on the bread malt side. I think I can't remember what I gave it in my official review on the second channel, but for tonight, this is not the nicest beer I've had today. It's not the worst beer I've had today. That one goes to Daily Grind Stout that I got in the Beer 52 advent calendar. That one wasn't great until it had been left sitting out for like 3 hours and had warmed up to room temperature, and then it was all right. But when it was cold, it wasn't nice. I don't tell people either because the weed helps most people know. I don't know I have it. Sorry. I suppose is that why? No, this is just me being nosy again. You can tell me to mind my business if you want to. Why do you have the medical card? Is it for your Tourette's or do you have like something else going on? You don't have to go into detail. I'm just curious. I don't know what you can get a med card for. We don't have med cards. We just have like you make an appointment with the clinic and then you say to them, I have XYZ and I've tried this medication, and they say, okay, do you want some weed? And then you get some weed. And it's people keep saying that it's really difficult or that they think it's really difficult to get a prescription, but it's not. It's just really fucking expensive. I did it for a little bit when I had a better paying job than I do now. And even then it was expensive and the quality was really bad. I've heard it's gotten better now. But the thing is, do I drop a shitload of money because I've worked it out and with appointments and like onloading and stuff like that and then medication, prescription charge and follow-ups and stuff like that in the first month alone. For what I would need, I used to get about 40 grams, which cost me, I think it was like 2 or 300 pound. I think it was £300 for 40 grams, which I thought was good, but the quality was shit. Like it was bad weed. And that's got out again. But so yeah, it was I don't know. I should go back and watch my video because I can't remember. But from what I do off the top of my head, I think it was about £300 for 40 grams a month. And then on top of that, you needed your follow-ups and your prescription fees and loads of other shit. Like they kept wanting you to have appointments for things, and if you wanted to change your medication, change strain and stuff like that, you needed another appointment on top of it, which I think it was about £50. It was either 30 or £50 an appointment. And then the different strains cost different prices, and not all of it was £5 a gram. So if you wanted something different, sometimes they wouldn't prescribe it. It was just a whole thing. Apparently, it's way better now, but I don't know. And I don't want to drop £400 on clinic and prescription and stuff like that for it to be shit, because I don't have that kind of money. Just being real, when I can go to the street and get an ounce for £160 and I know it's going to be quality. It might not be a strain that I love, but I can then go get a different strain for cheaper and try that one. It's convenience wise, it's a lot easier to get street, it's cheaper, and it's better. So that's probably why a lot of people just keep using black market. Nobody asked this. I was just talking to myself right now, but I find a topic and I go off on a tangent because I think about this quite a lot. I've looked at least 5 different clinics. I think the ones that I've looked at, I was with the medical cannabis clinic, and then I looked at Sapphire, I looked at Cantourage, I looked at Memedica, and there was one that began with a J, and then there was another one that I looked at, and they were all similar prices. It's a bit of a hassle, to be fair, to go through it. And from I read on Reddit about this shit as well, and people have got a lot of complaints saying that the medication's not showing up. They're being charged, but it's not being sent out. And then when it does get sent out, it's shit. There's bugs in it. It's moldy. It, it just seems like a lot of shit. A lot of money to waste when you can just pay less than £200 and it gets dropped off on your doorstep and you know that it's going to be good. You may not enjoy the strain, but the flower itself is always going to be good. Whereas if you get it from the medical clinics right now, you can't guarantee that it's going to be good. For Tourette's in Illinois, you have a particular medical condition that's on the list provided by the state. Can't drive because of the Tourette's. Tried different medications. Things basically drugged up with no help of the tics. Fair enough. I mean, that's how I felt very, very recently. I don't have Tourette's, obviously. We've just been over this. But recently, for the past few years, at least since 2019, I've been taking fuck, I just forgot what it's called. Metazapine. I knew it began with an M, but my brain was going Memedica. Memedica, that's what you were just talking about, but that's not what I meant. I've been taking metazapine for sleep because I don't fucking sleep. I just don't. I can lay there all night and not move, but I won't be asleep. And it's shit and I hate it. So I was taking that and that made me feel like a zombie. And then it worked fine. And then it just suddenly stopped working for me. So I stopped taking it because I wanted to do shrooms, and you can't trip if you're taking metazapine because it blocks the receptors or something. So I stopped taking it for a few weeks, and I found that when I wasn't taking it, I could still sleep, or like I wasn't sleeping good, but I was still sleeping, and that was fine. And then I tripped, and it had nothing to do with the metazapine or anything like that. I didn't think about any of that. but I just never went back to it. Like I tried it, and my sleep got quite bad, so I started trying to take the mirtazapine again. I took it for a few days, and I just felt like shit. Like it felt like my head was a balloon, and the string was attached to my neck, and I was just floating around all day. I felt like really fucking anxious, on edge. My body would like shake and stuff, and it was fucking awful. So I decided I didn't want to take it anymore, and I haven't been taking it since then. And I've just been smoking, and it'd be nice to be able to have something that I know is going to make me sleep. Like before, I can't remember what the strain was called. I think it was Critical Summer or other. That's the strain that I had for sleep. And that worked great. It wasn't pretty, it didn't taste nice, and it didn't, like, burn good or anything, but it did the job and it put me to sleep. And then I had, after that, green gelato, which, again, it wasn't good, but I can't remember what the green gelato was like. I think it did make me sleepy, but I didn't really enjoy it. So, I didn't get that. It's like I said earlier, jelly breath makes me feel mint, makes my body feel absolutely amazing, but unfortunately, I only have this little bit left. And my dude doesn't have any more. So I'm saving that as much as I can for a night when I can't sleep at all. Because I know if I smoke that, I'll just go straight to sleep. And then I also tried Blackberry Moonrock. I did a strain review on that. That was amazing for sleep. And also Kush Mints was great for sleep. Those are the ones that I've found. And if I could walk into a dispensary and say to the person, whoever it is behind the counter, these are the strains that I want, these are the ones that I found help me, do you have this? And then I can be sure that what I'm getting is exactly that strain. I know it's going to be more expensive. It's probably not. You're not going to get your 25/8 originally. Like when medical starts, it's going to be really expensive, but that's the price you pay eventually as it becomes more common. Prices will probably go down for the basic stuff like, I don't know, your dogs and your hazes and stuff will probably be dirt cheap if we just legalized, but we won't because people are fucking stupid in this country, apparently. But that was just a rant that I went off on for like 15 minutes there. So let's talk about something else, maybe. Just so everybody knows, the BrewDog is doing fine. He's snoring on the sofa right now. I've just got a picture of him instead of snoring by my side. He's over there snoring. I miss him. It's only been 2 days, but I'm used to having him down here while I stream. For sure, it's expensive. Some time passes and it'll go down. I'm fully prepared. I will pay more money than I need to if it's legal, and I know that I'm not going to get fucked about, and I know that the strain I want is the strain I'm going to get. Because I won't lie, sometimes I do question if the strain I'm getting is actually what he's saying it is. Obviously, your dogs and your hazers, you know them, but the more unfamiliar strains that he might have on his menu, I've got no reason not to trust the guy, but I also don't have a reason to trust the guy at the same time, so I don't know what they are really. Going to the dispensary, appreciate. Yeah, man, it's always nice to have you stop by. Have a good day. Get some good weed. See you later. I am gonna roll up another joint whilst I finish off this beer. Whether or not we smoke it or not is yet to be seen, but I need something to do with my hands, so I'm gonna do that. I think this time I'm gonna roll up some of the white runs. I've only got just a little bit of the white runs left, but fuck it. This is gonna go all over the floor. But I probably should talk more about the beer because that's what this is for. The stream wasn't supposed to be a rant about the state of UK cannabis. It just bugs me. It really does bug me, especially some of the shit that I've read on Reddit recently. That always sounds funny as well. Read on Reddit about people who have had their prescriptions seized and the houses raided, and when they present all their prescription stuff, their legal documents, the police are still taking it off them. Dawson Reed, battle roll up, some of the speaker knockers. Oh hell yeah, bro! So you actually went for the speaker knockers then? How is it? I can remember you told me what cross it was, but I can't remember. Did you get any of the watermelon runs, or was it watermelon Skittles that you wanted? I think it was watermelon Skittles. My guy at the minute has got Melonade, which is a cross of watermelon Skittles and something else, and it looks banging. Like, it looks absolutely amazing, but after having the watermelon Skittles and not enjoying it, having it give me a headache, I don't want to risk buying an ounce of it and then just having it give me headaches all the time. I know it's crossed with something else which might counteract the headaches, but at the same time, it's a lot of money to put out for something that you don't like. And I'm not in a position where I can go out and buy an ounce and then just be like, oh, I don't actually like this, and then chuck it away and go out and buy a different ounce. Some of us are broke. I love the smell of this, bro. This white runts. This white runts is so nice. Right, what papers should we roll up this time? I've got the Kush papers from today's review. I've got the 420Z papers. There's no way in hell I'm rolling up one of those. They taste like shit. And I had a pack of raws. Right next to me, but I don't seem to have it anymore. So that looks like we're going to have to go with the Kush papers. Unfortunately, it's sold out of the watermelon runts, but the speaker knockers is super good. Smelling it's crazy. Yeah, it sounded good when you were describing it the other day. Watermelon runts. My guy had watermelon runts, and that looked absolutely incredible. Like, it was, the nugs looked fat. They were purple. They were covered, and they just looked so fucking good. But it sold out literally within a day. I was so sad about it because I wanted to try it. But I just think that me and watermelon strains don't get on, because every one that I've tried so far, just off the top of my head, I had watermelon Skittles and I had another watermelon strain, but I can't think what it was now. I'm pretty sure I did a strain review on it, and I didn't care for that one either. So I think that maybe I just don't get on with watermelon strains. I don't know what the specific terpene is, or maybe it's just I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is, but I think that I just don't get on with the watermelon strains, and I'm gonna have to get up in a minute and get my charger because my laptop's gonna die. Yo, borderline what? What's up? Got LA Kush cake, beautiful, gorgeous coloured. Brain's just going watermelon sugar high, but you're not even high. I think that you should come hit this joint, and then you can sing that because you will be. Not watermelon and sugar high, but like white runts high. Oh, this is terrible. I can't roll tonight. This is fucking awful. Like, I just cannot get the tuck. Just cannot get the tuck. What's your favorite strain ever? I don't know about favorite strain ever, but the best bud I've ever had from memory, the best bud that I've ever had in front of me was, fuck, what was it called? I think it was called guava Guava jelly. I'm sure it was called guava jelly. It was absolutely fucking incredible. The buds looked amazing. They were like proper sativa buds from memory. They were caked. Like it smelled like a bag of sweets. It was absolutely incredible. It was sativa dominant from memory. I did a strain review on it. It's on my channel somewhere if you want to go check it out. It's just guava jelly, I think. But it was honestly the best thing I've ever had, and I've never seen it since, which is absolutely fucking typical. Right. I need to go grab this charger. Move that out of the way. Borderline what really likes original White Widow. Do you know what? That's one strain I've never had. I've never had White Widow. I don't even think I've ever seen it on a menu before. Actually, no. I tell a lie. I used to get my bud off this guy. Can't remember what his name was, but he died. It's not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. I used to get my bud off him, and I'm pretty sure, I think, scared the shit out of me. I think he had some White Widow or some kind of White Widow cross at some point. Hey, the BREWDOG. Dirty Old Biker was a great strain. I've never heard of that. What is that? You can't say that, she's dead. It smells good. What now? It's 9:30.
Yeah, I know. I really want to, but I also can't bother. But I want to try this.
Would you consider going medical? I'm so happy I did. I used to be medical. I didn't like it. It wasn't good. The medical that I had was just, it was about 2 years ago now, and it was just shit. So I just didn't go back. 6.650 for a gram. That's not bad, you know. 650. I just think that the medical that I think I had like 4 or 5 different strains, and all of them were not good. I was with the medical cannabis clinic for like a year or something like that, maybe a bit less. I'm going to spark this up while I'm talking because why not? This is only a really small joint. I didn't roll up the whole nug because I'm trying to conserve it just on the off chance that I can't get any tomorrow. Because knowing my luck, some shit'll go off. You're swapping clinics from Sapphire. They restrict what strains you have. When I was with the medical cannabis clinic, granted, I didn't really know what I was doing back then. It was all really new to me, the medical side of it. So I didn't know what I could ask for and what my sort of rights were. But I wasn't happy with the quality anyway. I had critical something, and then I had a sativa strain that I can't remember the name of. Both were Noidex, and both were shit. Well, the indica wasn't shit for effects wise. It was shit to look at and to taste, but the effects were fine. The sativa gave me mad anxiety, and I didn't really care for that either. So I switched over, and then I had CBD strain, which was all right, but I didn't want CBD. And then I had green gelato and something else, Gorilla Glue, I think it was. I did reviews on them as well. They're on my channel somewhere. Quality nowadays is amazing. I've heard things and seen things that would say otherwise, but I don't know because I don't do it. So it might be, and I want to, but it's like I said earlier, it's just so expensive and unreliable. You only get the Canadian grown stuff. Do you get? I know that MedBud's a thing, and you can look on there, but I don't really know how it works. Do you just like look on there, see which strain you want, and then go to your clinic and ask for it? Because it's like you said before, they restrict what strains you can get. So I don't know how it works. When I was on medical, my doctor would recommend me strains, and he would only give me the option between like two different strains for indica and two different strains for sativa. So if like I said before, I want to be able to look up all the strains, research what I think is going to be best for me, and then ask for that. I don't want them to be like, "This is all you can have, and if you don't want it, then that's all you can get." Yeah, I know that you're supposed to get the non-irrigated one, otherwise it's just completely dead. They only let you have Advent products. See, that's what I mean. I need to do my research so that when I go to a clinic, they're not gonna say, You can't have this strain because XYZ." I want to be able to look up what I want, say, I think I need this, give me 20 grams of that or 10 grams of that, and go away, try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I try something else. And also want to have the right to be able to say, okay, I've been smoking this for like 6 weeks or whatever. I want to try something else. This is working great, but I want to try something else. I don't want to be restricted in them saying, no, you can't try this. No, you can't have that. You can only have this. Because, like, why would I do that when I can go to the street and get practically anything I want? Gonna switch to my Medica or Ultimate F. I've not heard of that one. I've heard of my Medica because that's the one that I was looking at initially to go back to. That's the one with apparently the best strains in the UK on the UK medical market right now. Also, I've heard. Obviously, I've only watched, and I'll admit, I've only watched Drew Sharon's video on it, so that's really all I know about it. As far as my Medica goes, I look on Reddit pretty much every day and read some shit that's going off there. People are saying that they're not happy with my Medica, they're not getting the medication. Others are saying that it's great. So I don't know. I don't want to drop all that money for it to be shit because you're not going to get that money back, and then you're only going to have to go and buy bud anyway. I can't do that. I don't have the funds, you know. I asked for farm gas and they said there's not enough medical evidence of its use just because they don't make it. What? See, that's what I mean. Like, just because they're not endorsing that brand or whatever, they won't give it to you. And I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want to, I don't want to do like you just said, say, can I have this strain? This sounds good. I think it'll work for me. And then have them turn around and say no because we don't endorse that brand. That's bullshit. Like you can't do that. So I don't want to go medical at this point. It's quite disgusting being told what you can handle. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I've read a couple of things. People saying that they've asked for a higher percentage. People that like smoked for every day for the past 20 years, not me, I'm not saying that I've done that, but there's people that have said that they've smoked like every day for 20 years and then they've gone medical and they've told the staff what they need. And the staff have turned around and said, oh no, we'll give you 10 grams of like 10% THC. And it's like, why would you do that? This person clearly needs a lot higher. Just give them what they know they need. It For me, it needs to be like half and half, 50-50. As somebody who's smoked black market weed for years, I'm not talking about me, I'm just talking hypothetically. Somebody who's smoked black market weed for years and years knows what they like, knows what they need, just wants to be safe and legal about it, should be able to go into the clinic and say, I've done this. I've got this condition. I've tried this medication. I smoke this. This works for me. I smoke this much per day. Can you just do it so that I'm doing it legally instead of buying it illegally? That should be the way that it is, but it's not going to be like that for a long, long time. And that's just my opinion on it. I'm not the most educated person in the world. I don't know everything there is about weed. In fact, I know very little, but I have opinions, and those are them.
Trying to stop him from scratching his eyeball now. He just rubbed his eyeball on
They said 27% THC was too high and then gave me 25%. That's what's the point? Like, it's literally 2% difference. I don't know personally how much that would affect it, but surely, like, just, I don't know, man. And that's what I mean as well. You said that you don't care about the percentage. I had some CBD Godbud back when I was on medical, and that was really nice. The quality of that was actually better than the THC that I was getting, the THC buds. But it was CBD. I didn't want CBD. I needed something to like get me there, and that wasn't doing it. Need to walk into a dispensary and coffee shops. Yeah, I agree. Like even if they don't want to do I need to put my thoughts in order, hang on. Even if they don't want to do straight up legalization, they should make it so that the medical patients can go in and see their medication, get to pick it, like smell it, and because nobody, granted, you might not know at the beginning what you need if you've never smoked before, so you need guidance from a doctor. But if you've been doing it for a long time and you know what you want, you know what you need, you should be able to advocate for yourself and be able to go in and get your medication. I've had low THC homegrown that kicks your ass. It's all about the terpenes. Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't know much about terpenes. 100% straight up. I don't know much about terpenes, but I do know that you need the whole plant. It's not just the THC. Because if it was just the THC, then they'd be extracting that and giving it to you, like, I don't know, in pill form or like in on a spoon or something. You need the whole plant and the whole plant compounds. But yeah, I do think that we should be able to go in and see what we're getting, because if I had the opportunity to go in and look at the strains that they wanted to give me and see them and smell them and feel them before that they'd given them to me, I wouldn't have taken them because the quality was just so bad. I've got videos. If you go back, I'm pretty sure I've got a video called "How I Got a Medical Cannabis Prescription in the UK" that goes through how I got the prescription 2 years ago. So it might be different now. It probably is. And then I've got like 3 or 4 medical strain reviews back on the channel from about 2 years ago. If you want to go look at those, I haven't seen anybody else doing medical strain reviews. I haven't looked, so they probably are out there, but I haven't looked for them, and I don't know what the bud's looking like these days, so I can't really talk on that. Pardon me. My favorite terpene is mycene. It's one of the gassy and helps with sleep. What's your favorite flavor or terpenes? I like the fruity flavors. I like a mixture. Like for me, I would probably say one of my favorite strains is Gelato 41. For me, or just like Gelato 33, just gelatos in general. They're creamy, and I like the creaminess. I also like the fruitiness, which comes with a lot of sativas. So anything that's mixed with anything that's crossed with a gelato, I'm probably going to enjoy. This that I'm smoking right now, or this is the White Runs. This is crossed with gelato. This is Skittles and gelato, I'm pretty sure. So it's got the fruitiness of the Skittles and the creaminess of the gelato, and it tastes really nice. And then the 33 splitter that I smoked at the beginning of the stream, is atom splitter crossed with gelato, I'm pretty sure. So that's also got gassy and creamy terps. So whatever makes the creaminess in the gelato is my favorite, I would say. I don't know what terpene that would be.
He's trying to itch his ear, and I'm stopping him from doing it because I have a hissy fit about it. Why do you stop like that? Stop.
I'm starting to do strain reviews. Limonene is my favorite fruity citrusy terp. Lemon gas, that would be an epic strain. I like lemon. Lemon weed's not my favorite. It's all right. Like lemon haze, I can smoke. If I smoke too much of it, I don't feel great. But it's one of them where it also depends on what mood I'm in when I'm smoking it. If I'm in the mood to get some shit done and I smoke a little bit of lemon haze, I'm buzzing around like a bee doing shit and it's great. If I'm with my friends and we're smoking on some lemon haze and just being stupid, like telling stupid jokes, watching stupid videos, that's also good. But if I'm alone and I'm not feeling particularly happy or anything and I smoke lemon haze, I get in my head and it's not a good time. So it's kind of one of them, really. You need to be. My brain went set and setting, but this is not a psychedelic. Well, some people get some kind of psychedelic effects, but it's not really a psychedelic, is it? Have to be careful with hazers, yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of hazers. I'm not one of these people that's like, oh fuck haze, hate haze. All my homies hate haze. I don't care that much. It's all about some I don't like. I had what did I have? Amnesia. Fuck amnesia. I will never touch amnesia again after the time that I smoked it, and it was like when you watch old war reenactments and like a shell goes off and it starts buzzing and you're like, oh fuck. That's literally what it was like. It was fucking horrible and I will never touch Amy again. Fuck that shit. I want a nice sativa because I've been smoking a lot of crosses, well, hybrids, but like indica dominant hybrids. And I don't always want to feel brain dead. Sometimes I want to be alert and shit. So a good sativa is good for that. But we're coming up, end of the joint, end of the beer. If this has gone out, I'm going to end it here. If it's not gone out, I carry on smoking it. Oh, the BREWDOG's here. Let me see if I can show you the BREWDOG. There he is. Hey, you, come here. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. No, nobody wants to see your butt. We want your face. Come here. Come here. Oh, boy. He don't want to show you his face. So, the joint is out. The beer is nearly out. Going to take us one more sip. You look really funny.
Well, I will lay on Fly's bed with him, but he left.
Right, well, I don't feel like downing this, so I am going to go and enjoy it off camera. Tonight's been fun. Thank you, anybody that showed up, anybody that watches this later. Come back tomorrow at the same time, 9 p.m. or about 8:45 to 9 p.m. Whatever time I feel like it. That's probably not the best way to do this, but I'll be there. You should probably be there as well. Day number 4. See you in a bit.